What up, people? This is Mr. You Know Who It Is. Once again, no intro, no intro, no intro. Yep, back up in it again. I just want to talk about this Kendra G video about this dating show she's doing on Instagram, and she took a segment out of it. I guess, well, since this video drops, or since the date it drops, it's gonna be very old, but it's gonna be like maybe 2 weeks out. She dropped a segment from her singles on Instagram live stream that she does on Instagram, of course, and it's called this dude has 7 kids with 5 baby mamas, but he don't want a woman or a baby mama or a sister with 2 or more kids, or 2 or more baby daddies, or whatever. I know I butchered that title, but you know, it's in the gist of that. You know, so I'm going to respond to that. I'll put the link in the description so y'all can check it out for yourselves. But Kendra G, we all know her from her I guess her bouts and her disagreement and differences with Kevin Samuels. You know, after the god of the manosphere, Kevin Samuels, outed her, probed her. You know, he went in depth with her about her past and about the dude she's curved in her life, and about how she's not really the woman she portrays herself to be, you know, because Kendra G is supposedly, you know, this quote-unquote high-value woman in Atlanta. You know, she had dudes chasing her, and I guess she settled down with one dude that was chasing her, and she had documented the dudes who were trying to be her suitor, and now she's trying to help singles or single black people on Instagram hook up and get together, which I don't think is a good idea. I don't think that's a very lucrative business. But I guess it's just for entertainment purposes, because it seems like a comedy show to me. It seems like some comic view on BET type shit to me, like it's a joke. But anyway, man, referring to this video, responding to this video, you know, you got this dude up here, face fully tatted. You know, he's tatted like the nigga with tattoos, aka Robert Perkins, Robert Squirkins. Robert Squirtin'. You know, he squirted and skeeted all up in Cynthia G. I remember Robert Perkins out there in Greensboro, North Carolina. You know, we in the same state. You know, he's about an hour away from me, if he's still over there. He might have moved to Charlotte, I don't know. But yeah, man, we all remember Robert Perkins. He's one of these archetypes of a nigga, of a black man, of a Negro. So this dude's name is Ron. That's what he called himself. He also called himself another street name or whatever. I guess the tats speak for themselves that he was, you know, in the streets, or at least did some bids somewhere down the line in his life or in his younger years. So it's a 28-year-old black male who was on Kendra G's singles on Instagram, and he was basically telling, you know, Kendra G the rundown about his life. She couldn't believe it. You know, she was flabbergasted. She was like, nigga, you got 7 kids? Like, nah, nigga, nah, I don't believe you. I don't believe you need more people. You ain't got no 7 kids. You got 5 baby mamas, and you looking for another woman? Like, she couldn't believe it. Like, it was she was flabbergasted. And you know, I'm always surprised that sisters don't already know that these niggas is out here on the hunt for ass, man. Like, that's what niggas do, man. Especially a nigga who got time on his hands. You know, this dude said he worked for assistant living, home assistance. You know, like, he helps old people at night. He helps old people through the day, you know, go to the bathroom, wash up and all that shit. He's got time on his hands, man. Like, this ain't no nigga who got a real career or a real 9 to 5. You know, like, when I say real, I mean, it ain't like he's dedicated to this. This is just something to tide him over. It's nothing economically serious as far as putting money in your pockets. You know, it's nothing that's going to make you rich. So it's no surprise to me that this dude, this nigga named Ron, it's no surprise to me that he's out here looking for more ass. You know, he doesn't have anything he's dedicated to in life besides getting hoes and living his best life. 28-year-old man, already done been in more than 5 women. I know. Even Kendra G peeped that out. Like, he's been with more than 5 women. He just got 5 women knocked up. And she was just bewildered. She was like, how the hell? You know, and a lot of dudes who are, you know, in these red pill factions and these manosphere factions, they're responding to this video and they're like, you know, that pussy got wet. You know, Kendra G got wet. She was getting wet over hearing this dude talk about how many women he done slayed and how many women he done got pregnant, and you know, this is what sisters like. Sisters like these type of dudes. You know, and I'm not gonna sit here and say all black women chase this type of dude, because, you know, there's a lot of women in the world who would want a piece of that chocolate stick. They would want to ride on that magic carpet. You know what I'm saying? They would want to be on that magical ride in the bedroom, in the sack, in the back of an alley or a bathroom. There's a lot of different assortment of women, a lot of different colors, who, if this dude approached them, I'm not saying he's a GQ model, but he may have the height, he may have the stature. You know, there's a lot of women who would go for him, you know, and he seems like he never stopped smiling. He didn't lose confidence. He wasn't bashful at all. He looked straight into Kendra G's eyes. He wasn't shying away from no questions. He was straight up and honest. Like, a lot of women go for dudes that, you know, even if they own bullshit, even if they spitting them isms and spitting that game, even if they know these motherfuckers is full of lies, full of cap, as long as this dude has the looks, as long as he looks like he can whoop a nigga ass, he looks like he killed niggas for fun, he look like he did a couple bids, these women will fall head over heels for him. Like, I've seen so many countless posts, and I hate to say it, but from a lot of sisters, especially a lot of these IG models, who have said there's nothing better than having a felon. There's nothing better than loving a felon and having a felon in your love life, or having a whole bunch of felons' kids. I've heard this so many times, and then they talk about how they want to get over on athletes and get over on musical artists. You know what I'm saying? They want to get that bag from them, but they want to fuck a felon, not an athlete. They want to fuck a felon. And they get along with felons and dudes who did misdemeanors and crimes and got a lot of charges on them, and that's, you know, that's crazy to me, because it's like, you know, sisters wanna, you know, they want to have this, you know, I'm better than other races, you know, I'm a goddess, I'm a queen, you know, they want to have their heads in the sky, and you know, they want to be like, you know, well, we're morally better. We're the backbone of the community. You know, we would never lower ourselves for any type of bullshit, and we're upstanding citizens of society. Black girl magic, black girls rock. But they would let a dude like Ron skeet all up in them. Now, I'm gonna say it again, not all y'all, but it's a good majority. It's a good good handful that would go for a dude like this, because of the protection aspect, because of the security aspect. But you don't know, this nigga is fucking crazy. He's mental. And I'm not saying this Ron character is a psychopath per se. I'm not saying it's just him, but you know, it's a lot of sisters that give their hearts to a lot of these maniac dudes, a lot of these ex-felon type dudes, these dudes that got charges on them. They're attracted to that. They get hot and bothered for a dude who has that build and has that archetype. They don't want this nerdy, punkish, timid little boy type nigga. They don't want that. They don't want no mama's boy ass nigga. Not unless the mama's boy has that Robert Perkins or this Ron character's build and height and stature. You know, that's what it's about. And even Kendra G, you know, she was just like, how could this happen? Like I'd rather for these women to go lesbian. I'd rather for y'all to just not even look for dudes if y'all gonna get with this. This dude went raw. He went in these women raw and had 7 kids. And he's sitting there talking about he don't want to fuck with a chick who got more than 2 baby daddies, more than 2 kids, and you know, he had these high standards when it comes to dating. She was like, I can't believe it. Like, but you gotta also think this is the reverse of what Kevin Samuels has to deal with on a daily basis on his podcast, on his shows. These are the type of people he has to talk to on his show. Except they're women. They're women who love this chaotic lifestyle. They love to live this, you know, I don't give a fuck. I like drama. I want to live like the reality TV stars. This is what I feel like. This is who I am. You know, this is what women gravitate to. They gravitate to this dysfunction. Not just sisters, but women in general. As I'm growing to see, it's a lot of women who gravitate to not just this BBC energy, but this dysfunction. There always has to be a fight in a relationship. There always got to be a tug of war with attention. Dick and attention. That's all they want. That's what Tommy Sotomayor coined and framed. Dick and attention. And a lot of people may say, well, you know, those women need love and they need caring. They need hope. They need to live their dreams. I'm like, yeah, that's cool on your own dime. But when you got some simpleton, some simple ass nigga paying for all this shit, and she's going behind his back fucking other niggas, it's like, well, where does this fucking end? But see, you know, niggas like Ron don't have to deal with being a simpleton or a simp. Ron doesn't have to deal with paying these women out, giving these women gifts for attention, for camaraderie, for companionship. He doesn't have to worry about having to meet these expectations in dating, having to prove himself. He just goes to these women, spits his isms, and gets them draws. And I'm not saying this from a bitter standpoint. I'm just saying it from a realistic standpoint, because this also goes back to him saying why he doesn't want women with more than 2 baby daddies. He wants basically a woman who, you know, I don't know if he really wants a virginal or a chaste woman, but he wants a woman who, I guess, not like his baby mamas, like a woman he wants a woman that's smart enough not to have dudes run up in them raw and just squirt all in them. He was explaining this to Kendra G. He was like, this is why I don't want them, because, you know, the women who let these dudes skeet all in them, that's nasty. I don't want another woman like the baby mamas I've had. You know, I want a woman who actually thinks, who's actually clean, who actually is selective of the dudes she lets run up in her. And you know, Kendra G couldn't understand it. She was like, well, how can a woman not have that many dudes, but a dude can? Like, you got a dirty dick, you got a dirty penis. And he was like, it don't work like that. That's not how life works. Men are judged very differently in the sexual marketplace or in the sexual diaspora than a woman. A woman letting dudes just run up in her, that's sick. That's maniacal in society's eyes. But a man who has a lot of women and a woman in his life, and a woman here and a woman there and a woman all over these different area codes and countries, you know, he's a player. That's why this dude Ron said, you know, players fuck up. You know, players fuck up. You know, I fucked up with these other women. They were mistakes. Not the children, but the women I impregnated, they were mistakes. That was a mistake. And she was like, more than 2 mistakes? You fucked up more than 2 times? You skinny? He said, players fuck up. I didn't pull out in time. My pull-out game is weak. But I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree with Ron on this. Like, women are viewed very differently in the sexual market. Women are viewed very differently in dating. If you pull up all these damn numbers, if you talk about all these damn dudes you done slept with, and you got a whole fucking list of longer than 10 bodies, 20 bodies, 30 bodies, 40 bodies, to 100, like, and you got a fucking rating system of the dudes, and you can write a tell-all book about it, like you Corinne Steffens, like you Superhead. Yeah, that's looked down upon. It just is what it is. It isn't my rules. It's just how society works. We can say it's extreme judgment. We can say it's slut shaming. We can say that you shouldn't be like that. Women should have a choice. Their body, their choice. Yeah, all that is good and fine, but it's not going to work in the dating world. Yes, a dude who has multiple women, multiple baby mamas, is looked at as basically a god, basically an Adonis, like he's superhuman. Especially for a nigga, for a black dude to have that many baby mamas, have them up and down the street on the same block, and they all know each other. That's some godlike shit. That's some king-like shit right there. That's some feats that even the Olympics can't record. That's some shit that Guinness can't even record right there. For a dude to have that many baby mamas, that many kids, and they all know each other and they all cool. Just like Robert Perkins, or just like the rapper Future. You don't hear about too many brothers pulling that shit off and getting away with it scot-free. And they're still walking amongst the common and the living and the will, and they're not locked up. That's very rare to hear about. That's why Ron wins in the sexual market, because there's other women that look at him like, damn, so you've gone this far in life, you've had this many children, and damn, your dick must be fucking huge, your dick must be good. Pause. But this is how they think. This is what women actually, not just sisters, but this is what women actually think in the back of their heads, like, damn, you must be slanging that thing. You must got a big old pause again. I'm not even gonna get into it. Pause. But this is what it is, man. And you know, Kendra G, she can fake like she don't know what it is. She can sit there and act like this is the first time she's heard this. She knows dudes who've ran up in a lot of women and their success stories, and they've never been to jail for that. You know, they've never been to prison for child support because the women didn't put them on it. You know, the women never went after him because they keeping this nigga out on the streets. He don't really be around the kids like that. They don't care. They date other simpletons. They date other simps. You know, they date these other niggas who ain't on this baby daddy's level, and this baby daddy knows it. He's like, let them other niggas take care of them kids. He just goes around inseminating other damn bitches. And you know, Kendra G acts like she doesn't fucking know the game. This is the game. This is the fucking game right here. Ron is the perfect example of what these niggas are trying to be. Ron is the perfect example of what these niggas trying to fake it till they make it and act like. This is what niggas trying to pay Fresh and Fit for advice for, to be this type of nigga. Not to be a bum, not to just work for assisted living, but to be this type of charismatic bitch magnet, womanizer. This is what these lame ass niggas is paying these dating coaches for. They trying to be like this Ron nigga. This is the reality. I hate to say it. This is the reality of dating, especially as a black man. And this is what we need to know. So this little, I guess, 7 to 10 minute segment or video that she clipped from this, from her show, proves it. This is what women eternally in their mind think of as a real man or a real nigga. Like he's bout it. This is what they think. This is they real nigga. This is they feeling. This is they dream guy. And we can sit here and say, oh, that's sad, that's messed up. Why are women like that? I mean, it's biological, man. This is that alpha male shit. Okay? This is what they think of as an alpha male. A dude who has sired all these kids with all these different baby mamas, and he ain't got no drama. He ain't got to deal with it. He can go look for another bitch. They don't care. Cause he said they all met in middle school. He said they all knew each other a long time ago. He had already established a relationship outside of all this, or before these kids. So he was already in there. They already knew this dude. They watched him grow up. But that's my video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Miss Kendra G in this video segment, and her podcast on IG for singles. And y'all subscribe, like, comment, dislike, favorite, share my video. I don't give a fuck. I'm out of here. Peace.